हाय एंड वेलकम टू द स्पेसिफिक आस्क। आज मेरे साथ मेरे फ्रेंड मंथन गट्टानी हैं, जो बाय प्रोफेशन ही इज़ अ मैथमेटिक्स टीचर एंड ही इज़ ऑल्सो अ कंटेंट क्रिएटर ऑन सोशल मीडिया. Hi Manthan,
Hi Rishabh.
thank you so much for taking out the time, coming all the way from Mumbai to meet us today.
Thank you so much. My pleasure completely.
What do you do exactly? Would you like to say something as to...
So, professional maths teacher, I teach students of schools. I have my own coaching class and I teach students from 9 to 12. Also, I am a co-founder of an edtech, that's Prep Hub, which is a platform for teachers for creating more assignments and making the work, basically it is making the work of teachers very easy. That's the edtech I am a co-founder of. And on Instagram, I am there as a social media content creator and I create content in multiple fields. So
Yeah.
that's how.
What all do you do? Because we are talking about it, let's just go with the flow, yeah?
All right. So predominantly it's recipes. The reason my Instagram is now where it is because of the recipes. Apart from that, I do try to entertain people. I keep dancing also because that's my passion. So yeah, there are multiple things that I enjoy doing on social media.
Okay, so it's a place where you're enjoying your multi-talents.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How did you start? Like, what
Okay,
was
so it started like I have a food blogger friend, and in 2017 it started. That point in time, food blogging was not just creating reels of chole bhature, momos, or mayonnaise sandwiches. It was
with the pyaz on top.
yeah. It was much more than that. It was like people used to go to restaurants. People used to write a detailed review about it. And at that time, there were food bloggers who actually knew how the food should be, how the food should taste like. And there was no concept of Fanta Maggie, Oreo Maggies and all of that. So at that point in time, I went with a friend of mine and I saw what she was doing. She was invited by a restaurant and I was like very happy, where the way people were taking feedbacks from her and the way she was talking about it. And I was like, yeah, I can also give it a try. So that's how, I had my private account only with some 500 followers and usi ko I made it public and I started, anyways, we were eating out once in a week or something. So I used to go out, I used to click pictures, I used to write about a detailed review about those places, and that's how it started.
This is before the advent of reels.
Yeah, reels came
video
a
format.
lot later. It was 2017 to 2020 March. I was doing the same thing. So yeah, that's how it started.
Yeah. Then did COVID help?
Absolutely. Since 2000, so from 2017 to 2020 March, I was at 3,000 followers and in these years. And when COVID started and we were not going to the restaurants and all of that, plus the maids were not coming. So that's how I got into kitchen.
Yeah.
And that's how I started cooking. And that's how things went viral. And now I am here because of the recipes, not because of how I started.
What was your most viral recipe?
The most viral had been so far is one is Kaju Katli. Second is I made rice cutlets from the leftover rice, which got really viral. So yeah, from the leftover rice it was. So these two recipes were the major ones. I think 28 million or something. So yeah.
Should I say that are you the TikTok generation? Because
Yeah.
people are talking about it as a generation now because TikTok is not there anymore in India.
So I was there on TikTok also.
Yeah.
When TikTok was there, and I was on Instagram also. But there were separate platforms, there were separate content for both of them. So yeah, I was there also, yeah.
Oh, heartbroken when it was taken off?
Not really.
You didn't have a lot of...
So see, actually when when we were discussing it, content creation I never took very seriously because that was never a source of income for me. So if TikTok got banned, I was like, okay, no problem. It's not affecting me anyways. So
it was just a starting phase and you were enjoying it?
No. There also I was...
You had a lot of followers there?
I was more than 1 lakh out there.
Really?
Yeah. I
my
was,
God.
Going viral on TikTok was much easier. So yeah, I had more than 1 lakh followers there when it got banned. And at that time, Instagram, I had 3,000. So yeah, that's how it was.
Yeah, and somewhere Instagram learned from TikTok and brought in reels, short format videos.
Yeah, absolutely. It was, yeah.
Okay, so you're mainly present on Instagram right now or
No,
media?
majorly it's Instagram. YouTube, I try to be regular, but I'm majorly on Instagram.
Okay, short content is probably
My audience is also like people who want to see recipes which are 1 minute mein ho gayi to kaam khatam. like that. So
Right,
yeah,
I know what you mean. When did you realize that you've started to enjoy this?
when I started getting more likes.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
the honest truth.
Yeah. The honest truth is, so cooking was never my passion. I'm not a chef by education or by profession. So it was more like when things went viral, when I saw people are interested in my content of that sort. So I started getting more interest कि अच्छा हाँ चलो लोगों को interest है तो चलो और बनाते हैं. Like people used to text के can you try making this? Can you try making this? So I knew there is a demand. So of course, when there's a demand, there was a supply.
Very cool, यार. मतलब so it's an acquired skill cooking for you.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think लॉकडाउन के दौरान हम लोगों ने काफी कुछ सबने नया नया ट्राई किया.
Bill,
Not just cooking, like people got into art, somebody got into painting,
yes.
I got into podcasting, and a lot of people tried a lot of different things, right? Skill enhancement पे बहुत ज़्यादा जोर चल रहा है. Talk about your journey as a teacher. Like, how many years have you been teaching? And
See, as a teacher, you can say I started my journey in my last year of graduation. So I started teaching then as a part-time teacher. It was just like I was eating pani puri at a place and I saw a coaching class there. And I asked them and I was like, do you need a maths teacher? They're like, yeah. I was like, okay, मैं आता हूँ करके कल से.
अच्छा,
So that's how it started. Then I gave second attempt of my CAT. Like CAT 1, first attempt I could not clear. And for second attempt, I didn't want my parents to pay for it. So I was like, I'll take a part-time teaching job. Because anyways, you had studied everything. So I took a part-time job as a math teacher itself. And anyways, that's a quant that you need for CAT.
absolutely yes.
Because of which I got 97% in quant as well. Because of teaching. So that's how it started. I was teaching part-time. And then I got into corporates as well. I worked in corporates for 5 years. I was teaching part-time then. But then I realized I love teaching more. So I left my corporate job and I was completely into teaching.
You
then.
always good at math?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That was not an acquired skill.
No. That
Came naturally
that
to you.
was my love for maths and my love for teaching. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Usually there's a difference between being a student and a vast difference in being a teacher, right?
Yes.
Because you can understand concepts, but explaining them to someone else is a completely different thing.
Correct.
Teaching came naturally to you, or did you like have to train for it somehow?
No, it actually came very naturally to me, and it was like I never went in under like I never had gone कि कोई course कर लेते हैं teaching का something of the sorts. नहीं, it came naturally. It kept enhancing, of course, over the period of years, but yeah, it came very naturally.
यार पेशेंस बहुत लगती होगी स्टूडेंट्स के साथ.
Definitely लगती है, and after COVID और लगती है because COVID के 2 साल जो गए ना, it has affected kids in a very very bad manner. Like you can imagine me teaching LCMs to 10th kids, 11th kids. So it has gone to that level now. So yeah, patience is required, but then that's the challenge of my job.
But do you think that's a difference between online teaching and physical classes, or
It is
the
not
attention
about
span?
teaching. It is not about teaching. When it was online, when exams were online, nobody was serious about कि हमको पढ़ना है. पास तो हम हो जाएंगे. Online में पास कैसे होता है सबको पता है. So nobody, neither, I mean, very sad to say this, but neither the parents nor the students, nobody was serious about exams. I mean, if I have to give an example, I have my coaching class and all. So a parent actually called and they said कि सर वैसे भी तो ऑनलाइन एग्जाम में बच्चे कॉपी कर ही लेंगे तो ट्यूशन इस साल हम नहीं लगाएंगे.
Oh.
So it was to that level. So yeah, it has affected kids a lot. Which is why, like, the quality of kids had got to this
Yeah.
level now.
Lockdown was a different time altogether. Like it was a different era now. In fact, we can call it an era and we can be done with it.
Yeah.
Hopefully for a very long future. I've seen students struggling they started planning their career. COVID hit. And then at the end of COVID, their path was completely different.
Yeah.
As to what they wanted to do.
Correct,
They had
correct.
completely sidetracked.
Correct.
And it was not a great thing for anybody, right? You have students ranging from class 9th till class 12th?
12th, yes.
Yeah? And CBSE and ICSE both you teach?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Is there a curriculum difference in CBSE and ICE?
Yes, it is.
Okay, great. आपके मैथ के बारे में तो मैंने समझ लिया and you're obviously very good at it and everything, but social media पे वापस आते हैं.
Correct.
Why Instagram?
Because when I started, as I told you, when I started, it was more like I went with a friend and she was like doing it. And I was like, yeah, मैं भी करता हूँ. तो अभी, I mean, there was no other platform. Like YouTube never was very something which I was very attracted to. I was like, Instagram page है, मतलब दोस्त यारी में 500 followers ऐसे भी हैं, चलो इसी को कर देते हैं public, and that's how it started. Yeah.
And how many, was it a number of followers that you reached and you realized, okay, I can do something great with it?
It was after, like, as I told you, when I started posting recipes, उसके बाद my page got some attention and attraction. After that, I realized कि हाँ, मतलब चलो करते जाओ, ठीक है, okay, चलता जाएगा.
All attention is good attention?
Absolutely, yeah. All attention is good attention. Even if it's trolling, it's good attention. Because the sad part of social media is nobody will come to you and say you did an amazing job.
Yeah.
But make one mistake and there are 10 people, अरे आपने ये गलत कर दिया, अरे आपने ये गलत कर दिया.
अरे आप इंग्लिश ठीक नहीं बोले, आपने अरे
I have been trolled for my nails
did
also.
नहीं होता है, do होता है.
अरे I have been trolled for my nails also. It was a recipe of detox water when I had nothing to do, just to put चम्मच से चीज़ें उसके अंदर, and somebody is trolling आपके nails बड़े हैं, अरे पर साफ तो है ना भाई. So it has got to that, and in fact my after like 1 or 2 videos, the one video got viral at very nascent stage, which was a 1-pot chole ka recipe. The only mistake I did was because I was new to shooting recipes. So I never used any tripod or something. It was more like cooking from the right hand and shooting from the left hand. That's how I do. और उस चक्कर में मुझसे जीरा जल गया था. तो that video got trolled, but it reached to so many people. I remember maximum followers at that point, which was March or April, it was 2020 mein. I got because of that, because they found that method very easy. But yeah, because of so that's what Instagram is. When you put more comments, when you share it more, Instagram feels कि अच्छा है तो बहुत अच्छा content है, तो जाने दो आगे. So that's how it goes. So
people are commenting, must be good. People are liking, sharing.
Good or bad, good comments are very less when it is getting, to a good level. If the video is going on a good level, there are more of negative ones. There are more of trolling ones. So its attention is good if you want to be on social media. Be it good, be it bad.
Has it ever affected you in a bad way? Like
it used to I used to think अरे लोग ऐसा क्यों बोल रहे हैं, but after 2 or 3 videos getting trolled, you get used to it, so it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the best thing that has happened to you on your Instagram journey so far?
The best thing I would say, okay, so I have been huge fan of Gaurav Gera, and 10 years ago, I think when I joined Instagram 10 years ago, he was the first celebrity which I ever followed, because I used to love his content, like the character switches, the kind of story building and everything. And it was 2021 when Gaurav Gera started following my page. And I was like, मैं घर में नाच पड़ा था एकदम. I was like, Gaurav Gera. So Gaurav Gera we have seen, growing up. जैसी कोई ने मैंने देखा है मैंने Gaurav Gera को. And I was like, oh my god. It was that oh my god moment for me. And he was the first celebrity to follow my page. उसके बाद मतलब Gaurav Gera के बाद Gauri Pradhan and a lot of celebrities starting following my page. But Gaurav Gera, he was and I was also very nascent at that time, 30k followers or something of that. And when I saw that, I was like, oh my god. Dumtana feeling थी एकदम.
I know what you mean. Being a serious math teacher, and I saw one of your reels, actually, it was amazing. Where you said, when students see my reels, they think he's a dancer, he's somebody who cooks.
Yeah.
But no, behind all of this, there's a very serious and
Pin drop silence teacher.
Pin drop silence teacher, right?
Yeah.
How do your students react to your social media? Do they talk about it? Are they?
They are not allowed to, and the kids these days are very matured. They know where to draw the lines. So kids never talk to me about my Instagram or my social media ever to me in the class like that. So there are clear boundaries, like there's a life before 3 o'clock, there's a life after 3 o'clock.
After 3 o'clock, yes. Great, yeah. You built a community. How did you build a community? What efforts did it take?
So, yeah, I don't know if it is the content or if it is my luck, but I kept getting a lot of opportunities. Like one of the times when these reels were just introduced, my Mawa cake was featured by Instagram itself. Then Kaju Katli was up till 22 million, and uski wajah se Instagram paid me also for that reel. And yeah, so I got multiple times that my recipes or my videos were pushed. So I have built up a lot of not one community, a lot of communities. One community which loves healthy, a small community which loves healthy recipes. a small community which loves me dancing or doing drama. A lot of people who love cooking, who love simple recipes. So yeah, I have multiple communities in one community.
Do you do Jain food as well? Or
I
is there like a
tried
demand for it?
doing, I tried doing Jain food also. No, but I don't label it as Jain food because after that video, I realized that different Jain peoples have different norms. So not to hurt anybody's feeling, I just name it now no onion, no garlic kind of recipes. I don't try to use the word Jain recipes
I know
now.
what you mean, right?
Yeah.
You can't play with people's beliefs, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense. How often do you post? And do you have a strategy towards it?
No. I post every day. At times I post 2-3 reels also, 2-3 videos also. So one for a day is for sure. More can be, I mean, it can be more also.
Okay. Do
Yeah.
you have a team of people helping you?
No. I shoot by myself. I cook by myself. I edit by myself. I post it by myself.
You learned how to do editing, etc. yourself?
It came over a period of time. I mean, I'm using just one app that is InShot, and I just shoot 3 seconds ka snippets, and then I combine all of that, and I make it a 1 minute ka video.
How much time does it take for you to like?
You can say it takes at least now it takes half an hour to 1 hour to just put the caption and the text and everything. So yeah.
Nice. How much time per week are you spending on your social media?
You can say 5 hours a day.
5 hours a day?
Yeah.
Do you ever get a social media overdose?
I do get, so just go out of it.
Yeah.
It's
It's easy to detach.
Because I mean, so my priorities are very clear. I go on Instagram before 3 o'clock very actively. After 3 o'clock, I just keep coming and just checking just like that. And yeah, that's how it is. So it doesn't affect any of my things. So as long as it is not affecting, I don't mind.
So you have a routine in place where.
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
So your day job and your the job that you enjoy on the side of it.
Yeah,
they're
it's
completely
the
separate.
time zones are divided for that.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, that's actually good. That's a good way to do it.
That's a better way because nothing is affecting anything. So yeah,
Do you think Instagram or social media will one day become your main thing?
No.
No.
I don't plan to make my my complete dependence on social media as my priority career. There are two reasons to it. Because one, I left my corporates for my love of teaching. So that'll remain my first priority job. Second, content creation is very so I don't have a control on so basically, let's say the amount of efforts I put in. The amount of efforts I put in for teaching, I know how much result I get. But if I put the similar effort in content creation, now that depends on Instagram ka reach, that depends on audience ka mood. And for my life, I can't do please like my videos, please subscribe to my channel. I can't do that. So that will never, I mean, as of now, I don't see. And also, until you're in millions, you can't think content creation as your bread and butter kind of job.
Yeah, these days a few 100,000s are a few only.
If you get few reels viral, few videos viral, you are there in hundreds and 200s and 400s. So until you're in million, until you're a celebrity, you can't think of content creation as your primary job.
Okay. I don't know. Are you aware of the numbers where what is the amount of money somebody can earn from social media if they have, let's say, 1 million followers?
And so the major, if you talk about Instagram, so YouTube has their own way of monetizing content. Instagram doesn't have. It came for a short span of time, but now it is not anymore active. It depends on your zone, your niche. Plus, it majorly comes with the collaborations. So now it depends,
The major money that comes in is collaborations.
With collaborations. So yeah, and you can't depend on it as कि आपको महीने के 4 तो मिलेंगे ही मिलेंगे. It's very volatile. So
of course, and that's not a steady way to go about
मतलब
things.
people are doing it, people enjoy doing it, but I am not those.
Yeah. Who is your target audience when you're making those videos or those
Presently,
content?
my target audience is anybody who wants to cook, anybody who loves to cook, but I want to shift my audience to people who enjoy workouts, who enjoy healthy eating also. Because right now, if I post ice creams, cake or any dessert, mithai, halwa, कुछ भी आएगा ना तो वो निकलता है धमाधम. But when it comes to oats, when it comes to paneer, when it comes to salad, it falls flat on its face.
Yeah.
So I want to build a community because that's important. Eating good food, having a good lifestyle is very important. And if I want to become an influencer, I want to influence people for right things.
Okay, awesome. I asked you about what was the best thing that happened to you, right? What was your worst experience so far?
Worst experience had been not so yeah, when it comes to trolling, can be called as a worst experience because people don't understand कि जो सामने भी जो पढ़ रहा है कमेंट को वो भी एक इंसान है, उसके पास दिल और दिमाग दोनों है, और पढ़ के एंड पीपल फील कि हमने लिख दिया हम जीत गए, मतलब वी ट्रोल्ड समबडी हु इज़ हैविंग सच मेनी फॉलोअर्स एंड ठीक है हमारा काम हो गया. व्हाट दे डोंट रियलाइज इट कि मेरे साथ साथ इतने ही सारे लोग आपका कमेंट पढ़ रहे हैं, आपको जज कर रहे हैं. तो या आई मीन इट डजंट अफेक्ट अस एनी मोर बिकॉज वी आर यूज्ड टू इट at times, but these are the worst things because then you come to a thing कि लाइफ में लोग कितना फ्रस्ट्रेटेड हैं, किसी भी चीज़ पे कुछ भी कमेंट कर देंगे एंड दैट गेट्स डाउन टू पीपल. सी नॉट एवरीबडी वुड टेक इट दैट इन अ वेरी गुड स्पिरिट. I reply in a sarcastic way. Not everybody would be happy doing it. So people have to understand that. And yeah, that's what.
Yeah. You've been doing this regularly for, let's say, 3 years, right? 2020 and...
Yeah.
So your students see you on Instagram, right? And they see how cool their teacher is. Has that changed the dynamics between your relationship with them when it comes to outside the class relationship?
Like since the beginning also, before the Instagram part and all of that, kids had been friendly to me in a way that they, of course, we have a very strict thing in the class and all of that. But when it comes to, talking about the problems, I have given them gap. See, there is a lot of things that kids are not comfortable talking to their parents or maybe school teachers, but
maybe even friends.
Yeah, friends also, because they feel they'll make fun of me or something.
There's that added peer pressure.
Yes. So they come to me for like various problems, and they have that kind of faith that whatever they talk will remain between me and them only. They've come to such a comfort also that they give me their phones also. Okay, sir, keep our phones, give it after the board exams. So yeah, the kind of trust and we have a very good bond wherein kids are very friendly to me.
Yeah.
In terms of like with the growing age, whatever the problems in studying or otherwise also, they talk to me. So
personal
I have
relationships,
anything,
friendships, day-to-day
like
drama also.
No, that drama is not allowed in my class. For that matter, if somebody is crying also for bad results, I say, बेटा ये रोज देखता हूँ, चलो ये इसकी जरूरत नहीं है, पढ़ाई पे ध्यान दो, रोने से काम नहीं होने वाला. So we have that kind of thing, but yeah. They have a comfort of, and they actually look for some people who can just hear their set of story. To an extent, like I have a habit of asking kids before, the board exams, like the month of February. I keep checking with them, कि बेटा कैसा हाल है, क्या है, I mean, like that. So once I just asked a kid, कि बेटा सब ठीक है ना, मन लग रहा है ना, सब बढ़िया है ना, and she was like, सर क्यों पूछ रहे हो? मैंने कहा बेटा casually ऐसे ही पूछ रहा हूँ, like nothing. No agenda of it.
Yeah.
So she's like, sir, I felt very good when you asked me how are you, because these days everybody is saying me boards आ रहा है पढ़ाई कर, boards आ रहा है पढ़ाई कर. Nobody is asking me कि मेरी हालत कैसी है, how am I feeling. So yeah, kids go see, these days kids are very sensitive also. So when you ask them such things also, they feel very special कि हाँ हमको कोई इतना भी पूछ रहा है. So yeah, I have a very good bond with them before Instagram, after Instagram doesn't have affected. But one thing which has gotten better is, like in these days, kids are not very happy becoming engineers or doctors.
Yeah.
They want to be content creators, and this is, you can say, the new doctor and engineer for this generation, becoming a YouTuber or a gamer or a content creator. So it becomes easy for me to convince them now कि बेटा basic education पे ध्यान दे दो. The passion you want to follow, your sir is following now also. You can follow at any age of your life. So at least have a backup ready with a basic education. Rest you can follow any time of the year. Any time of the of your life, and like that it becomes very easy for me to convince them also. Yeah.
Do parents have a hard time understanding this?
Parents actually come to me with the problem कि सर इसका ध्यान पढ़ाई में नहीं है, आजकल ये बहुत खेल रहा है, आप बोलेंगे तो समझ जाएगा. So parents also have this thing कि हाँ सर बोलेंगे तो समझ जाएंगे, which is, so this Instagram thing has helped me to make kids understand कि बेटा ये आप कभी भी कर सकते हो, अभी पढ़ाई पे ध्यान दो.
Right.
So that way it has helped.
That's great actually, क्योंकि मैंने भी यही realize किया over the last 2-3 episodes. We spoke to a career counselor, Kanchan ma'am, एक है हमारे. She came around and I asked her, what is your advice to kids, parents of kids who are older than 18 years? She said, listen to your kids.
Exactly.
उतना ही बहुत है मतलब.
बहुत है.
And it was an amazing insight because I didn't think it was a big deal.
It is not a big deal, but so when it comes to, let's say, student and the parent relationship, parents these days also, we feel that over the generation things have changed. It has not changed much. Parents are still of the notion कि भाई बाकी के बच्चे, वो शर्मा जी का बेटा is a live thing in every household. Very few are lucky enough where parents are supportive enough कि you tell me what do you want in life. Like I have students who had scored more than 95%, still took commerce and are doing amazing. But there are few parents who would understand this thing. So yeah, this is there. What she said is absolutely right.
When you thought you can do this a little more seriously, right? Because the following is increasing, and maybe there's a time that you said you were paid for a certain content from Instagram as well. Let's say if the course of the direction that your page takes is where you have much more followers and maybe you start making serious money out of this. If somebody comes to you and says, I want to do this seriously for the rest of my life, what would your advice be to somebody like that?
See, I come from a old school kind of teaching and stuff. So I would never encourage somebody for having content creation as a full-time job unless they're a celebrity.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would always say keep your backup ready. If this doesn't work, don't wait to get viral. And now the concept of virality is also like कि हर कोई viral हो जाता है eventually. Like if you keep doing things, and in every niche you have a lot of creators. So there's a lot of competition, and everybody who has a camera is a content creator these days. So I would not tell somebody to have this as a full-time, job or full-time career option unless they are very specific or they're very passionate about it. But you have to find other means of income also. You can, maybe the same kind of, passion, you have to find multiple ways, not depending on content creation as a sole source of income. That's my suggestion.
In my experience, what I've seen with especially a lot of people that I speak to, जिनका भी कुछ एक अलग टाइप का करियर चूज किया उन्होंने या प्रोफेशन चूज किया है, इट बिकम्स अ चैलेंज फॉर देम इनिशियली ऑन, क्योंकि देयर इज नो प्रूफ ऑफ कॉन्सेप्ट, किसी ने देखा नहीं ऐसा होते हुए.
And there is no definition of success also in content creation.
There isn't, right?
Your one video will go in millions and others are struggling in hundreds also and thousands also. So there is no definition.
Steady, there's no clear path to it.
Correct.
But once you start achieving those numbers, or once you start getting to the right track of things, right? People start supporting you.
Right.
Initially वो नहीं मिलता है.
नहीं.
So when you say you're old school thinking about this, I think I used to be old school when I used to think about this. But my opinion has changed over the past few months.
Okay.
Where I think that anybody who wants to create a new path for themselves and they want to actually do something they think is right, उनको पहले वो proof of concept देना पड़ेगा दुनिया को.
Right.
And he or she will have to prove themselves.
Correct.
And then the support will start pouring in.
But that support also is very unpredictable. You might get on some content and then next day you are down like that. So which is what I come from a notion कि please follow your passion. If you love dancing, if you love painting, have a page, keep doing it. But then don't depend on this only.
It should not be the first motive.
It can be the first. I don't say it cannot be the first.
But you need to have more skills.
Yeah, you just have to diversify yourself a little more. Maybe in the same niche, but yeah, you should.
You interact a lot with students, especially who are, and the class 9th to 12th is the path where they decide what they want to do for the rest of their lives, right? Do you get confused kids coming to you saying, we have no idea what we want to do?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, confused kids is actually majorly are confused kids only. So, yes.
The confusion arises from the fact that there are too many things to do, or they just actually
Not
are
really
clueless?
too many things to do. And see, 9th and 10th are like, the kids are 14, 15. They don't know what is engineering. They don't know what is medicine. So it's too early for them to also, decide where my passion or my interest is. It's over the thing when they start learning things. I mean, let's take my example itself. I was a confused kid only. और उसी शौक में मैंने फिजिक्स केमिस्ट्री मैथ्स बायो चारों ले लिया था. एंड देन आई रियलाइज इन 12th के बायो तो नहीं होगा, तो देन आई हैड टू ड्रॉप बायो एंड आई टुक इंजीनियरिंग. So confused kids is the like most normal thing you see.
I was a confused kid.
Yeah.
I took up PCM because I wanted to become a pilot. That was denied.
हाँ.
Then I was pushed into engineering.
Right.
Second year of college तक तो पता ही नहीं था मैं कर क्या रहा हूँ.
हाँ, but now they have multiple options to know, and like as I say, kids these days are much matured. They know where to go, what to do. So yes, eventually they get their paths. They don't take this long the way me or you would have taken. But yeah, confused kids is very normal.
What's a typical teacher's day like for you?
So it's not just Teachers' Day. There are two big celebrations at my classes. One is Teachers' Day and one is my birthday. So both of them are really, really special days for me. And you get all the gifts and chocolates and flowers and cakes on both the days. So these 2 days are very special.
Is there a way that you keep yourself updated with the app itself? Because there are number of changes that keep happening.
You have to be. If you want to be a content creator, you have to be very updated with what's happening. क्या चल रहा है ट्रेंड में, कैसा रील चल रहा है, क्या नया करा जाए. एंड ऑल्सो आई फील कि लोग एक टाइप की चीज़ देख देख के बोर भी हो जाते हैं. दे ऑल्सो नीड अ ब्रेक फ्रॉम समथिंग. So yeah, you have to keep yourself updated. You can't go by what's going on.
Yeah. There's a trend right now, right? There's somebody who's, I don't know, there are two people.
One running the other.
One running after the another one, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. People have come up with so many versions of it and they're all amazing.
Yeah, I have only posted 2.
You have?
Yeah, and one is
I'm gonna check it
trending
out
in my
after
brother's office.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Great. Anything else that you would like to add to for our viewers who would like to get into content creation?
So don't get carried away by the fact that somebody will judge me or somebody will think about me the other way. Like they say, dance like nobody is watching. The same way you are doing it here. If you love doing something, please follow it. Give it a shot. I believe in the concept of you should not wake up and say, काश मैं ये कर लेता, काश मैं ये कर लेती. So don't wake up to that thought. If you feel you are good at something, give it your best shot. And give it how much best you can give it, give it for that. So you don't have to wake up with a regret. That's the thing I would say for the content creation.
You have, I noticed that, so you speak a lot about gender roles as well, right?
Yes.
Number one, like when we say gender roles, for the uninitiated, what is gender role and like what are we talking about?
There is nothing like gender role. It is defined by people. Cooking belongs to women. Gymming belongs to men, weightlifting belongs to men, being a DJ belongs to men, dancing belongs to women. So they have in their heads defined some roles, and which is what is a bigger problem today. Talking about it, so in fact for my page also, because it's a cooking page, 80% are women. And which is bad for the fact now, see, cooking and cleaning, as they say, should be a life skill. So if you, and initially people used to, comment or DM also, okay, I will send this to my mom. Now you have to understand these are simple recipes. Sometimes make for her also. Now, why do you want her to cook for you always? So that's what it is. So gender roles, when you get biased with something, वो बहुत लोगों की इच्छाएं मार देता है. Because now I have a very recent example, like before COVID का time है ये. A student of mine, let's say 5 years ago, who was in 9th standard, 14 years, and on my birthday he cooked amazing pasta, white sauce pasta. तभी तो शायद मैंने भी नहीं बनाया होगा शायद. And he was 14 and he cooked amazing white sauce pasta and he got my birthday. And he has a very clear passion that I want to do something for the food. But his family was of the opinion that ladka cannot go to somebody which is related to food.
2023 में भी ये हो रहा है?
हाँ, नहीं, ये 2023 से 5 साल पहले की बात है. But nothing has changed now also. No, nothing has changed. He was a foodie. He is a foodie and he was passionate about cooking. तो I tried talking to his dad. I told him कि सर आप उसको आपको नहीं चाहिए तो don't give him cooking as a career option. Something उसको किचन के आसपास या फूड के आसपास होटल मैनेजमेंट में कहीं आप उसको if you send him, he'll be more happy. He'll be more happy studying. उसका दिमाग बहुत चलेगा उसमें. But it didn't work out and he's doing engineering now.
Yeah. Oh.
So yeah, so it's not about his dad actually, but it's about we have created this notion कि ठीक है, cooking is not something which men should do it, or men belong to kitchen is not something which has not gotten into our heads for
There was something about you posted a reel which I saw, which I really liked. You posted something which Radhika Apte had said about assumed responsibility in a certain family dynamics or relationship, right?
And
then you had a very similar viewpoint to it.
Yes.
But if, for the sake of argument, if I just ask you, why is assumed responsibility bad? Like,
assumed
let me just clarify why I'm asking you this question. Assumed responsibility, whereas what I judge from it is that, let's say, a dynamics of husband and wife, right? Where the wife is a homemaker and the husband is working. The assumed responsibility that comes in is that he is going to go out, make the money, bring the money home. She's going to manage everything at home. He's going to manage everything at his office, right? And they're going to share a life together. And whatever comes in between, they'll share that time together. Of course, kids, giving time to family, all those things are a part of it. But जो भी घर का काम होएगा या department होएगा घर का, that's something she's handling.
Right.
जो भी earning the bread, earning the daily wage, वो सारी जिम्मेदारी उसकी है. If there is that assumed responsibility, where is it wrong?
So again, when it comes ke the wife will be the homemaker and the husband earns the bread, that's also an assumed responsibility. Because if you see, sometimes, I'm not saying every time, sometimes before, even if the girl is I'm not talking about the metros, but tier 2, tier 3 cities maybe, before the marriage, it is the condition that is put that the girl will not work after marriage. The reason it is bad is when somebody is not financially independent, the person is low on confidence for everything in life.
Yeah.
So वहीं से अभी responsibility शुरू हो जाती है. Why can't we have a different scenario where husband is a homemaker and wife goes and on the breads, like that happened in Ki and Ka? But again, that's not something which is digested to people.
I to tell my wife here.
You tell your wife, you are in Delhi.
Yeah, I tell my wife, you go out there, you make the money, I'll stay home with the kids because I miss out on my time with them.
Right. But again, there are a few who think like that. Not everybody thinks like that. So that's what the assumed responsibility is, that if the wife is at home or the girl is at home, she has to cook, why can't both work? Why can't both have their own ambitions? And then why can't both of them have, so nobody feels कि I am doing this work daily. And the other person also feels कि मैं दिन रात काम कर रहा हूँ, घर आके थोड़ी देर काम करूँगा. So it's like that. So yeah, that's also is an assumed responsibility in my head कि to think like कि she will be the homemaker and he has to go and he has the pressure to go and on the bread.
Yeah.
Some men might not like it.
What is the more liberal way of doing this, or the open way of doing this?
I think the more open way of doing it would be both of the people are having financial independence. उससे आपके घर में 2 income आ रही है, आप दोनों ही confident हो, and both of you are sharing the workload.
Yeah. Or maybe people should be allowed their choices.
Yeah, and secondly, when so in the comment section also of talking about this video itself, even if the women are working, again the responsibility of cooking is coming
Falls
to them.
Yeah.
If both of them, see, one earning and one being at home is a separate scenario.
Yeah.
But in the case where both of them are earning, still assumed responsibility is the women should choose a job which gets done early so that she can come home and she can take care of the family. That's the assumed responsibility I was talking about in that video.
That actually makes sense.
Yeah.
That was brilliant actually. That was one of the reels that stuck with me for a very, very long time when I saw it first. This was 2 weeks, 3 weeks back.
Yeah, it was a recent video, and I really loved the way it has gone out to people also, because more than 60 seconds ka video, they don't really work well. But so many people could felt it, you know, that with the example I gave, so people could relate a lot about that.
Manthan, we were talking about assumed responsibility, right?
Yes.
But is it always that men are the villain and women are the victims?
I would not say that. I'm not saying one is villain, one is victim. Men are also victim at some points, because as we talk about assumed responsibility, so in a couple, if two people are earning or both are career oriented, it is assumed that the man should earn more. If the man earns less, or if the man wants to have his own passion, the society, the family, be how much progressive, it's very rare that will be supportive. Once you're in a marriage, once you're in a relation, then it is assumed that man should be more focused, more serious about everything he's doing.
Yeah.
Secondly, I don't know if it might offend people. I know a friend of mine who is a very liberal thought person and the family like that. And they never took the dowry from the girl's family. They were kind of progressive in that way. But when it came to, things didn't work out with him like really well. So the time there was a divorce or separation was happening, the girl was very adamant on the fact that, or the family was very adamant on the fact that they took a lot of money, which I feel is unfair. That's my point of view again. If two people are not compatible, they should part their ways and not really get into the wrong side of it. So yeah, again, I am not saying because the laws are really very, comfortable for women. And I am sure a lot of women go through bad marriages. But there is a few section out there also who wants to use those laws for their own good, which ultimately affects the other who are actually affected also. So it's not about the fact that men are the only, villains all the time. They are victims also. That's I don't want to put like anybody's only victim, any gender is the only victim of it.
Yeah. And even I have an opinion about this. And the reason I brought this topic up was half in my mind, I had sort of decided that I'm going to play the devil's advocate and I'm going to fight you on this.
Okay.
But I don't think there's much to fight there, because you were right in your opinions, right? It's a basic problem in our society.
Yes.
And it's fine. I think with time we'll sort of solve it, or we'll reach an agreement between whatever the situation is, right?
Let's hope for the best.
I saw a content in one of the blogs on Instagram where Rakul Preet, who's a big actress, right? And she was talking about you see one situation where the woman is earning more than a man, and you see the relationship will become toxic, right? She says that if the female in the relationship earns more, the relationship eventually becomes toxic, right? But again, I don't understand this. If in a relationship, let's say even a marriage, if the man is earning less, show me a woman who will respect that man. Don't you think all of this is a part of what we are talking about?
Which is what I said. No, okay, that's what. Even how much educated we are, it's assumed that it is mandatory. That everybody expects the man to earn more. Man to have a very focused, career-oriented thing, not the men who follow the passion and they're earning, but little less, made by the society or by the family. It is not a very digested thing कि हाँ ये बात हजम नहीं हो रही है हमको. It is there.
It falls both ways in some.
Yeah, I am not saying I am completely pro and like that कि भाई जो भी है सब गलत woman के साथ ही हो रहा है.
It's actually hard to be.
No. I am not saying that. Affected are men also.
It works both ways.
Yeah.
Right? You've seen food bloggers posting videos about Fanta omelette.
I
Fanta
don't
Maggie.
call them food bloggers if they post Oreo Maggies and Fanta or gulab jamun ke pakode and all of that.
What is all of that about?
It's all about engagement. As I told you already that there are very few people who would appreciate good content.
Yeah.
There's a huge chunk who would rather come and discriminate or not discriminate, rather go and say, छी क्या बनाया है, अरे कितना बुरा है, ऐसा कौन खाएगा, क्या बाबासीर बना दिए हो, which is a meme, trending meme. So people are very happy commenting that. And once you comment more like that and things go viral like that, I mean, they go viral because of the more content and more sharing. So everybody who is on Instagram wants to grow bigger. And that's the way, I mean, people are molding the content. No, but I have not seen any shop selling Cola Maggie, Fanta Maggie. I have not seen any time. I have always seen Maggies. I have seen Maggie with cheese, but I have not seen whatever is being sold on Instagram. Also, I know people go with the Fantas के भैया ये डाल के वीडियो बनाओ हम वीडियो बनाएंगे आपका. So it is more of, it's a way of going on viral on the social media. Nobody sells it, nobody eats it.
That's content for the sake of content creation and just catching an eye.
Yeah.
That's unhealthy, yeah.
That's not even, I mean.
I was naive enough to think कि ऐसा बनता होगा शायद, कि इंडिया में
आपने
कहीं ना
कभी
कहीं
खाया
कोई
है?
नहीं, मतलब ही नहीं, और खाएगा कौन, मतलब.
Exactly. So ये सबसे ज़्यादा जो, I mean, what I have seen is by Delhi food bloggers and by Ahmedabad food bloggers. These are the only two people I have not seen Bombay or Bangalore or Hyderabad street foods getting like this. I have seen majorly with these two states, I mean, these two cities majorly. I don't know. You are from Delhi. You know better. आपने कभी देखा है तो मैंने कभी नहीं देखा. I have not even tried.
डेफिनेटली नहीं देखा मैंने. दिल्ली में चाट बहुत फेमस है. पुरानी दिल्ली की चाट बहुत अमेजिंग है. मैं आपको बता दूं, आप नेक्स्ट टाइम कभी भी दिल्ली में आए, स्पेशली व्हेन यू कम अराउंड नवरात्रास, पुरानी दिल्ली ज़रूर जाओ. देयर इज अ वैरायटी ऑफ चाट आउट देयर.
नवरात्रों के टाइम में मैं कहीं बॉम्बे से खेलता ही नहीं हूँ. 9 दिन गरबा करना ही है.
ऐसा इज इट? ओह या, ऑफ कोर्स दैट्स आप लोगों का तो वो एक अलग ही पूरा का पूरा फेस्टिव सीजन है. इट्स अमेजिंग.
या.
और हमारे यहाँ पर इफ यू आर अ नॉन वेजिटेरियन लवर और समथिंग, आई डोंट नो.
नॉन वेजिटेरियन.
ओके, सो नॉन वेज लवर्स के लिए भी दिल्ली बहुत अमेजिंग है. बट मैंने फैंटा मैगी कभी नहीं देखी ना, मैं शायद कभी ट्राई करूँगा.
Likewise.
Thank you, Manthan. This was enlightening, actually. This was amazing to
Pleasure
sit
is
down
all
and
mine.
talk to
Pleasure
you.
is all mine.
You've given us some key giveaways, and I like the student and teacher dynamics that you have with your students. It's amazing how they can open up to you, and outside the classroom as friends, and probably inside the classroom more scared of you, right? This was Manthan Gattani. His page is Manthan Gattani, @Manthan Gattani on Instagram. If you would like to reach out to him, check out his page, and we will spell that for you. That's ManthanGattani. You can check out his Instagram, follow him, and you can see some of the amazing content that he has created. If you have any questions, you can of course reach out directly to him, or you can comment in our
I
video
reply
section.
to all the DMs and comments.
He replies to all the reels and comments. And you can always write to us at thespecificask@gmail.com, or you can follow my page on Instagram, which is thespecificask, and you can reach us out there. Thank you so much. Have a great day.